Hello, this is Sula, and welcome to a commentary video on Final Fantasy V. This is a video of my solo monk character, also named Solo. You can see high strength, high vitality, and here's equipment. He has the standard dark hood, dark armor, and the running shoes accessory for haste status, which I'll talk more about later. This is the first solo character that I played through to completion. I made a lot of mistakes while playing that I wouldn't do if I did it again, but it was a great learning experience, and it really helped me when I did a whole bunch of these other solo characters for Final Fantasy V. What you're going to see here is the last boss battle against Exdeath, so here we go. As far as the monk goes, this is a character that fights with his bare hands. If you haven't played the game before, gets 2 attacks each time, and you can see the damage can be a little bit variable because he can hit with 1 attack, he can miss with 1 or both attacks, and as you can see there, he has a chance to critical hit on each attack. As far as the boss here, this is the first boss form for Exdeath, the tree form as I like to call it. He was using an attack there called White Hole, which is an instant death attack. If that hits, the game is just over with the solo character, so fortunately the first 2 missed. What you saw there when he switched over to Flare was an AI change, which he does when he gets under 30,000 hit points. So anyway, continuing on, I just keep attacking. That's pretty much all a monk can do. Exdeath goes through another AI change when he gets down to just 10,000 hit points left, which you're about to see in a minute. Oh, yeah, the only way to heal with the solo character is to use an elixir in most cases, which is what you see there. Right here is where Solo takes the boss down under 10,000 hit points left, which institutes his AI change, where he can do much more dangerous attacks like Meteor. But the good news is, with a level 75 monk character, which is really over-leveled, Solo can actually survive that attack, which is a little bit surprising, but it is good to have 9,500 hit points. So anyway, the goal is to get past that dangerous part, and soon enough, Solo gets past the first part of the boss battle. When I'm playing the game, I always fast forward on the emulator here, but when I recorded this, for some reason, it continues to play out in real time, which is probably a good thing for people watching the video, but I always skip past this normally. So you can read the text, I'm not going to talk about that. What I will go into is a little bit more about the second half of this boss battle. For those of you who haven't read what I've written on this, the final boss actually has 4 different parts. Total is about 230,000 hit points, if I remember correctly. So the way to do this for the monk character is take them out one at a time. You'll see I will start by using an item called the Magic Lamp, which summons Odin, who instantly kills one of the parts, part number 4. That was necessary because otherwise that part can again kill you instantly by turning you to stone and petrifying you. This was something I figured out when I was playing the game for the first time. It caused me all sorts of problems when I didn't know what I was doing, but now I've got a much better handle on how to do this boss. The other 3 parts, one of them is physical. You'll see that Solo tries to take out that part first. So here we go. Taking out the part that I mentioned a minute ago, which looks pretty cool every time I see it. The other 3 parts. Part number 3 is the one in the top right of the boss. It uses physical attacks, and that's the one I have to take out first. Essentially, the reason why you need to take out this one first is if you just leave one part alive on the final boss, he starts doing all these meteors, and he can kill you pretty much instantly. So the goal is to take out the last 2 parts at pretty much the exact same time, which you'll see me doing, well, not perfectly in this video, but pretty close. So for Solo, he has to take out the physical part first, part number 3, which is up there in the top right, as I said, because every time it hits him, he has a chance to counterattack, as you see a couple times. So, like right there, he counterattacks on his own. That's not me attacking. So you can't leave that to the end, or else he can counterattack and take it out when you don't want him to. Anyway, so the first thing to do is to take out the physical part. It has 50,000 hit points, so that takes a little while, and you're seeing me do that. The critical hits do help. Right there, you're seeing the boss use Grand Cross. This is the only move that part number 1 does. It's usually the most dangerous move in the final boss battle. What it is it's a straight dice roll, 1 to 18. It can inflict any of 18 different status ailments. That doesn't sound too bad, but about 6 of them will kill you instantly for a character like Solo, so it's pretty much a big dice roll in which your character can die or not die. So oftentimes with other characters I try to take out that part first, but like I said, it doesn't work as well with the Solo Monk. Now, when I'm recording this, I don't have any volume for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. So you can see right there, I didn't know that the first part had been killed, which is why I sort of paused for a second. Now that that part's gone, the goal is to wear down part number 2. That's the one in the bottom that you see Solo attacking there. That's the part that does nothing but these Almagest attacks, which you have hopefully seen a couple of times by now. Almagest does about 1600 damage to all the characters. It's very dangerous in a normal party setting because your characters will only have about maybe 2500 hit points total. But for this variant setting with the monk who has 9500 hit points and is a solo character, it's pretty much just a joke. Not particularly dangerous. So the goal here is to take the Almagest part down until it has, just a sliver of life left. Then come back and finish it off at the end, ideally taking out the last 2 parts at the same time. Normally when I do this, I sit here with a calculator and actually subtract the hit points to make sure I'm doing it right, but for this video I was just trying to do it in my head. Seemed to work out pretty well. Well, you'll be the judge of that, I guess. Anyway, part number 2, the Almagest part, has 55,000 HP, so I'm trying to get it down to just 1,000 or 2,000 left. And once that happens, I want to switch over to part number 1, which you see Solo doing there. Part number 1 is the part that does Grand Cross. Like I said, probably the most dangerous move. This part of the boss also has 55,000 HP. Idea is to now wear down that part as well. Yeah, the second cross you can see there inflicted mute status, which is pointless for a monk because he doesn't cast magic, so that was lucky there. Could have been killed there as well. The goal here, like I said, is just now to wear down this part as quickly as possible. I stopped and used the elixir there, even though I didn't really need it, because I know that I've got a while before part number 1 will get around to using Grand Cross again. So anyway, attacking here. By the way, when the boss shakes, he's about to do Almagest, but like I said, it's not too dangerous for this playthrough. I was actually a little bit lucky here, because right around this part here, well, after the Almagest, but on this attack that's upcoming here, right here, Solo takes the part number 1 under 30,000 HP remaining, which institutes an AI change. Basically, it means that that part does Grand Cross more often, but it also resets his AI code. So you can see there, laws of physics are broken. That means that he's about to do Grand Cross. But I get lucky again here, and Solo starts doing all these critical hits. So I'm actually able to take this boss down under 15,000 health left, which institutes another AI change. Again, he just does Grand Cross more often, and there's the signal. Laws of physics are broken. So he's about to start doing more Grand Crosses, but each time I take him down under those HP barriers, it resets his AI code. So right now I'm just trying to kill the boss really fast so I can get him dead before he does Grand Cross, and you can see Solo manages to do that there. So now there's 1 part left, and did I do it correctly? Yes, so kills him with 1 attack. It turned out that that part actually only had 2,800 hit points left, so for just winging it and counting down the math in my head, did a pretty good job there, I think. Anyway, that's how to beat the last boss with the Solo Monk. Thanks for watching. This isn't the hardest variant, but, hopefully it gets you an idea of how it's done. Anyway, thanks for listening. See you again later.